Hi Grelflings and Grelfettes. Today we are going to do a little deep dive on Grelf, the first and best meme coin on Hedera. Grelf is a Hedera-based meme coin launched in 2022, centered on the bizarre mascot Gerbert the Grelf. Unlike most meme coins, it has a tiny supply of just 6.6 million tokens. This tiny supply means it trades at real prices, not fractions of a cent like most heavily inflated tokens. Today I want to show you Grelf's price history, share some speculation and chart some possible price targets. Here we have Grelf's entire price history. At release, Grelf traded as low as 0.001768 before reaching the full 1 cent mark in March 2023. From there, Grelf rose to a high of $1.71 a year later in March 2024. A 171x in 1 year, or a 9,671x if you were lucky enough to catch the release low. I won't suggest that there is a 9,000x coming soon, but I will show you some numbers and chart action that might make you very intrigued. Let's start with the moon math using some historic examples. Dogecoin, which is essentially a fork of Bitcoin, had an all-time high market cap of 88 billion. At the time, Bitcoin's market cap was just over 1 trillion. This means Doge's market cap was around 8% of its original chain's value. Another example is Pepe on Ethereum. Pepe's all-time high market cap was just over 11 billion in December 2024. Ethereum's market cap was 483 billion. Less dramatic than the Doge Bitcoin comparison, this still gives Pepe a market cap of approx 2.3% of its parent chain. Another example is from Solana. Bonk was the breakthrough meme on Solana, ascending to a market cap height of 4 billion. At the same time, Solana's market cap was sitting at 122 billion. Quick math shows that Bonk had grown to roughly 3.2% the size of its parent chain in market cap. Why am I going on about other chains memes, you may ask? Well, good sir, this is where Grelf comes in. Moon Math says Grelf can expect a market cap anywhere from 2 to 8% of Hedera's. At Hedera's current market cap, that would give Grelf a market cap of $204 to $816 million. Or $30 to $120 a Grelf. Now, that doesn't account for Hedera growing in market cap too. Lots of people expect Hedera to reach $1 plus, which would make Hedera's market cap north of 50 billion. At this point, the same moon math for Grelf looks even crazier. We are talking closer to $500 a Grelf.
Nice.
But let's bring this moon math back down to earth. Let's say we get a much more conservative market cap ratio of just 1% for Grelfy boy. Even if you account for a subpar H-bar price of 50 cents, which would give us a market cap of roughly 25 billion, that still puts the Grelf token at $37.50. An 84x from today's price. Not bad, I think you'll agree. Now, moon math is all fine and good, but what are the charts telling us about the price and where it might go? Since the $1.71 high in March 2024, Grelf has been forming a base between 23 and 46 cents with periodic spurts beyond this, usually driven by short-lived Hedera price action and hype. This long base formed over the last 500 days shows all the telltale signs of weak hands leaving and strong hands accumulating. The longer the base, the bigger the breakout, is a common phrase in traditional TA and means that Grelf is expecting some serious upside when it breaks out of this range. Using typical charting techniques, we can guess at a realistic interim target by measuring the height of this wedge pattern and applying the same distance from a theoretical breakout point. Let's take our projection from the base of this flush out low at 10 cents and run it up to the top of the all-time high at $1.71. Now we move this distance projection to where we think a breakout could occur. Somewhere around the crossing of these two trend lines should do. This gives us a target of around $6 per Grelf token. Not exactly $500, but a solid 14x as a beginning is nothing to sneeze at. All this to say, I think Grelf has legs. Some long sexy legs in my opinion too. Between the moon math and the conservative charting, the finite and small supply, the strong holders that have accumulated during the bear, and the likelihood of Hedera's price also increasing significantly in the bull market, I think you'll agree that there is room for some massive growth of the Grelf price. Double and even triple-digit dollar targets are all on the table. Thanks for listening, and don't pass up this chance to get Grelf under $1. Fortune favors the weird.